Okay, we need 7 more bears. The bear destroyer is here. Can we kill this guy? Okay, maybe not. There's a bunch of mobs there. And he's running like a bitch. But to be fair, I would have ran as well. If I saw this Giga Chad Rogue. Level 59, boosted with the Storm Mount. Oh, everybody killed the bear, bro. Oh, there's a bear. Let's get him. Alright, here we go. Right, bear's gonna die. Six more. I cannot bet until I'm 60, brother. Because when I'm 60, that means I can finally just go grind the AV and have fun. Fucking with people on my rogue. Oh, he missed it. You missed it. Oh, that's too bad. Do not come here. I will murder you. There we go. How many more bears? 5 more. I've murdered every bear in the Eastern Kingdoms and it's still not enough. How many more shall I cleanse? Or rather cull, sorry. I think it used cull for culling animals, right? Alright. There's another bear. Let's cook him. I don't know if it's even worth doing Rupture. I don't know if it does any fucking damage at all. I really don't. Oh, big eviscerate. A huge one. Okay, there we go. What's next? Another bear? Oh, don't steal my bear, bro. I'm gonna invite him. Hopefully he joins. Hello, sir. I need that bear. Oh, what a god, what a god. You love to see it, man. He needs to eat. He's out of mana. Bro, is it true that after every pull you gotta eat some of these other characters? Because if so, that's absolutely fucking crazy, man. Like, holy fuck. That's a lot of eating. Yeah, let's go down there. Maybe there's more. Let's check it up. More bears. So what does it say? They share spawns with the plague lurkers. So these things. The tarantulas. Oh, maybe we don't have to kill the tarantulas. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, a lockbox. Bro, I need the lockbox. I think I can open this as a rogue. Yo, here's another one. Come nuke him. Bro? Oh, what a smart guy. He's pulling the other one. I'm just gonna pop evasion. So I stop taking damage. We can blind the spider so we can kill this thing. Because why the fuck not? I do 0 damage. It's unfortunate. But the bears are finished. Thank you so much, bro. Absolute god priest, man. Awesome. So we have to now talk to Malgris Deep River. Deep River. That's a... It reminds me of a nickname from a character of Metal Gear Solid. Deep Throat, if you know what I mean. Okay, so if I'm not stupid, I can open this as a rogue, right? Or am I stupid? Where the fuck is my lockpicking skill, bro? What? I used to have this on bar there. Can I not use this on my... on this? I can. Oh, come on, give me a tier 3 set, man. It didn't open it? Wait, what? I'm super confused. Can you open this? Oh, there, it's just like, what the fuck is this? Oh, shit. Arcane gloves. Maybe it's worth like 5 gold or some shit. I'm okay with it being worth 5 gold. That's okay. Okay. Where is this fucking guy? Is this a quest? Okay, there. Yeah. Okay, let's mount up. Let's mount up. I'm hoping this gives me like 9 to 8k XP. I think that'll be fine. Would bring me also closer to the sweet 60. I just want to buy my swordsman and one-shot somebody on AV. Some Thunderstrike server. PvE enjoyer. I'll help him. There you go, bro. Never say I'm not friendly. Okay, that's in. What now? Oh, I need to go all the way back to Chillwind. Oh, fuck me. I guess it's not that far. We can do that. Why not? I'm overreacting. It's not that fucking far. I'm just gonna sprint so I can move faster. Sprint the fuck out of here. There we go. Really want 9k XP from the quest. And I also have the Mark of the Lightbringer to turn in still. I don't want to pull any mobs here, man. Giga jump. So the NPC that I can actually turn the quest in, so Mark of the Lightbringer, he's just dead. He's been dead since vanilla ended. He's never there, bro. I'm hoping he's there now. I'll just use prep so I can reset my sprint. Oh, please, please, please be there. He's not there. Fuck me. It's only her, but not him.
King's honor.
What now? Turn in target. Where's that? It's there? Okay. Bro, classic leveling is just, you know, it's just a fetch quest. Fetch me gloves. Get me a boar tusk. Get me some condoms. You're just fetching stuff for everybody else. Which is fine, you know, because on retail you're a champion. Champion, legend, heroes. Here I'm just some random fucking guy catching stuff for other, like, better men. You know what I'm saying? I like that. It's good. I like that a lot about Classic, really, truly. Alright. I'm gonna go invest here. I'm gonna pull this guy with my horse. Or whatever my mount is called. What is it called? It's called a store mount. That's what it's called. Nobody cares. Okay, so turn in the target Garon's Vittering and then accept return to Chillwind. I hope I don't have to do something with those fucking cauldrons. I'm sick of those. I don't think I have to though. Oh. Shall we be absolute scum and kill this guy? No, he's a rogue. I don't kill other rogues. Okay, I only kill warlocks. I'll help him. You know what? I wanted to help him and I got frozen. I helped him. You see? Alliance says honor. Kappa. I'm listening to Scooter on my other audio channel. Because Scooter is based and it's very millennial, like I am. And I'm drinking a €1 Starbucks. I don't know if it's even €1. It tastes like chemicals, okay? It tastes like I'm gonna get stomach cancer. That's what it tastes like. But I can't afford anything better, so it's gonna have to be that. Ah, okay. Great. So it's gonna... Oh, he just spawned. Oh, that's based. Is there anybody here? I think I'm good to kill this alone, right? I fuck him up. Okay, I'm gonna have to pop evasion here. Otherwise I'm fucking dead. Oh shit. Alright, I got slice and dice on as well. Let me blind one of those. There we go. I don't have flesh powder to go vanish, so I'm gonna have to kill them myself, which sucks. I hate this. And I can't sprint away, my sprint's on cooldown, and I don't have prep. I think I might be dead. Of course I'm not dead, I'm kidding. I have a trinket that heals me a little bit. These raids are so tanky, man. Ah, give him a kidney. Fucking die, bro. I'm dodging everything, man. I'm dodging and weaving. There we go. What do you mean I'm out of range? Oh, there. Okay. Fuck. Okay, now I'm dead. Damn, I'm joking. I'm gonna just one-shot him with the Vis right now. What did I say? I know myself so well, man. It doesn't let me click on it. There we go. Shish. Okay, that's done. What now? Enter the Undercroft. I think this is in EPL. Yeah, okay. Let me eat a little bit and then we can head there. That's that big troll in the crypt. I know what it is. I killed him on my warrior last night. We'll kill him again. Right. We're fed, I would say. Let's go to EPL. I'm gonna pull everything. I don't even care, bro. I don't care. Every ghost. I hope I don't get dazed, otherwise I'm cooked. What the fuck is that? No, 2-minute debuff? Man, Classic is crazy with their debuff timers. Just, you know, 20 minutes minus 10,000 damage. Love it. Can't dispel it, otherwise, other than dying. And I'm not sure if it even dispels when I'm fucking dead, bro. 24%. I think I have some quests left in EPL. Like maybe 2 hours of questing. I should be 60. And then I have 10,000 honor already. I can buy a trinket. And if I'm lucky, 1 sword out of 2. And then we only kill Thunderstrike players on AV because we hate PvE players. Only pussies play PvE. I'm sorry. Bro, imagine rolling Classic and you play PvE. What? That's crazy. I don't get that, man. Just if you want to play PvE, why not just play Retail, man? Retail has PvE like down to the wire, you know? You got Mythic Plus, you got Mythic Rating if you like so. You got what else? You got Delves. You got this new neighborhood endeavors in Midnight, whatever it's called, like something with housing. And what else is there? You have island expeditions, if those are still a thing. There's a lot of PvE content in Retail. I don't get people who play Classic for PvE only. Like what? It's like super bizarre. But the way I would play Classic and the way I'm playing it is like PvE is for me trying to maybe gear up so I can PvP, so I can like, you know, do some BGs, do some ganking in World PvP, PK people. Oh my god, what is happening here, bro? Hello? It's just so much fucking horde. But what? Is it a duel? Bro. Oh, these guys are gonna get fucking cooked. I mean, I could help the mobs. I'm gonna help the mobs. You guys ready? I got fucking... Okay, I'll help the horde. I take it back. I'll help the horde. I don't know how the mob saw me, man. That's fucking bullshit. Okay, I'm not helping the horde anymore. I feel like bad killing him. He's getting slowed. I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna help him. Don't run, bro. I'm trying to help you, man. Look, I'm popping evasion to help you, man. I'm a helpful rogue. He's gonna kill me even though I was helping him. If this guy kills me, I'm never helping horde again. Oh fuck, bro. Wait, what did I do? What did I do? I gotta run up there. Oh my god, I made it. Okay, let's see it. Holy shit, bro. Holy fuck. I lived. I helped the man. He lived. The little warrior. I'll help the little baby warrior. He's pulling 3 mobs as arms. Who the fuck levels as arms warrior? Okay, let's see if this guy's downstairs. I don't think he is, but go check it up. Why is a level 60 paladin questing? Oh, they just killed him. That fucking sucks dick. I'm gonna have to wait a long time. What is this? I'm Hameya. While traveling to Zulmarsh, my brethren and I ate some bad meat, and we changed. You should have checked the expiration date. We are infected. I can feel the leech's word now, urging me to reach Zulmarsh and infect more of my people. Okay. There you go, boys. Don't eat expired meat. Otherwise you turn to the Scourge. And that's fucked. That's classic quest lines in a nutshell. We ate some bad meat. Our beer was soiled. Okay, let's see if this guy comes down here. Oh, we're a gang here. We're stacking, bro. We are stacking. He's not gonna spawn anytime soon, bro. That's for sure. Maybe like in 3 minutes. Wait, are we fighting? Bro, I'm gonna fucking... Oh, we are fighting. Wait. Why is he attacking him, man? I don't want to leave my party. They're all downstairs waiting for me and shit. I'm not gonna chase that guy. I don't have Vanish. I don't have Flash Powder, so I'm cooked either way. Oh, my music stopped. Give me a second, boys. What the fuck, bro? Give me back my scooter. There we go. Oh, it's gonna take a while for this guy to spawn, man. But when I turn everything in, everything, so I have Mark of the Lightbringer, I have this thing, I have another one. It should give me like 20k XP, man. It's gonna be fucking rad. Just need this guy to spawn so I can leave. He should spawn any minute now. Like maybe in 2 minutes. What are you doing, bro? Oh, there's a feral here. Let's see if he opens up on the others. I'm gonna... There he is. What is bro doing, bro? I'm gonna just eviscerate this guy. Boom! There we fucking go. Get fucked. Big boom. And my team is just watching. They're like, yeah, you can handle it. Don't let anybody tell you human. You know, races are not good. They're solid. Bro was sneaking around. Is human race kind of low-key OP? Okay, our monster should spawn any second now. Gotta fucking delete that guy, man. 0 gear, by the way. I'm a boosted rogue. Look at this guy. Ugly Tauren. It doesn't even look like a Tauren. He looks like a... Like a Worgen? What the fuck are you, man? If he comes back again, I'm gonna have... I think I wanna have Perception again. So I can cook him. Bro couldn't move. Bro, give me this mob, man. I'm waiting for a year, literally. I'm waiting for a year for him to spawn. There he is. Let's go. Finally. Nice, thank you. Great party. GG. What's now? Turn in little Pamela. Let's do that. Maternal little Pamela. Can you buff, please? Yeah, please buff, bro. Priest. Thank you. OP priest. We got big stem. We go down here. I really want 60, man. Now I have to pick up some doll pieces. There was like a head, a dick, or something. Ooh, what's happened here? Oh, bros are AoE farming and shit? Holy fuck. They killed everything here. My god, bro. Hopefully I'm not gonna join those skellies here. Big farm going on. Where is this? There she is. Hello, Pamela. So we need to find her doll. Doll's head, left side, and right side. What about the back side? Where's that? I'm just kidding. Is this upstairs? It should be. Where the fuck is it, bro? Bro, where's the doll? Okay. I guess it's in the other house. They're getting my doll, bro. That's my fucking doll. Gotta wait for this guy to leave. I mean, I can kill him, but there's so much horde up there, so I'm like kind of cautious. What is it? Cuz? Bro speaking Orcish as a blood elf. You ever seen that before? He took my fucking doll, man. Hate the horde. Yeah, if I attacked them, they would have all just ganked on me. Nothing I can do, really. I mean, maybe I can click on the doll now? I cannot. Whatever, I'll just wait for the next one. Oh. I think that feral or that rogue wants to open to me, but you can suck my dick. Wait, is it up here? It must be downstairs, right? Must be downstairs. The horde, there's so much horde here, bro. Luckily, they don't see me. They don't see your boy. I'm just sneaking around, man. I think that house is gonna be the first place where it spawns. It must be. We're just waiting for the dolls, bro. No dolls anywhere. Okay, okay. Great. Fuck me, man. They're everywhere, man. The horde is like up, like rats, man. What about here? Can I have a doll, bro? Even if I sap him, like I go in combat because the ghost is gonna spawn after I click on the fucking doll. Wait, is this guy gonna fucking die, dude? Oh, that's my doll. It's just too much horde, bro. But let's see if I can cook him. If I'm faster. I got it. Got fucked. Actually KS'd. Skill diff ratioed. I just picked up my doll, bro. He has to wait now. Oh, get fucked, bro. He killed the ghost, then I came and just looted the doll. Look at this boy. Oh, can I do it again? I'll fucking do it again. No, this time I'm not gonna be able to do it. Actually, or will I? Hold on. I'm doing it. I'm getting his fucking doll, bro. Thank you. Bro, these guys are so dumb, they don't get that I'm stealing their dolls. Oh, I'm just gonna let them kill the mobs and meanwhile I'm just getting my doll, brother. I wonder how long it's gonna take them to actually figure out what I'm doing and to kill me. They're not checking their progress. That's fucking funny. Do I need the left side? I do. Oh, here's another doll for me. Okay, here's my quest. I don't think he even sees me. He's fucking blind, bro. Red lol. Thank you, boys. Thank you. I did nothing. I just took your quest items. Thank you so much. Bro, the horde is so generous. Who would have thunk it? So I need to assemble this fucking doll. I'm gonna do this upstairs so they don't see me. Because why not? Okay, let's do it here. I stole their dolls, bro. Okay, there's the doll. Hello, Pamela. Here's your doll. Little girl, thank you so much. 4K only for the fucking doll? Okay, let's Hearthstone. Thank you so much, the Horde, for giving me free dolls. Such a generous faction, man. Very tiny IQ. Idiots. Okay, since I'm here, I need to buy maybe some flesh powder. Hopefully somebody here sells flesh powder. I really need it. Hello.
Good day to you.
Good day. Do you have flesh powder for me, bro? Actually shouldn't. I mean, there's no reagent here. Right? Or maybe downstairs? I doubt it. I've been without Vanish for a long time. Since I left Stormwind, basically. But it's gonna take me a long time to fly back to Storm. It's like a fucking 7-minute flight. I'm not feeling it. What about you?
Have a good one. Safe travels.
Oh, hello. Poisons and reagents. Oh. Okay, let me just check. Why is that not on my bar also? My poisons are there. I'm dumb. But it's not the whole thing.
See you around.
Hold on. Where are my poisons, bro? Poisons. I put this on my bar, man. Like it's not here. Okay, what can we craft here? What do we need? Essence of Agony. We want to craft... What do I want to craft, brother? I want the slow one. What was that called again? Crippling Poison. I need an Empty Vial and an Essence of Pain. Okay.
Looking for something specific?
And where's the Essence of Pain? There. Okay, that you buy single-wise, of course. Of course, that's single-wise. Okay, and what about flesh powder? You got that for me, bro? Or did I buy that already? I did not. Flesh powder. I don't see flesh powder, man. Thieves' tools. There. Oh, I love him. Here we go.
Safe travels.
So let's make our deadly poison. No, not deadly. We need crippling poison. Wait, why can't I make it? Oh, why can't I make it, bro? Wait, am I dumb? No, I have Essence of Pain. I'm dumb. So what can I craft with Essence of Pain? Nothing, basically. Okay, I'm stupid. So what do I need for deadly poison? No, not deadly poison. What the fuck is it called? Crippling poison. No, I'm good. There, it was just the shitty one. I just make me all. It's only a level 2, but shit, it's better level 0, right? That's nice, that's nice. I'm gonna have a lot of poisons. Now I'm crafting rank 1. And this needs Essence of Agony. Okay, let's just use the rank 1. I mean, just 11. Who cares, right? We make all of that shit. But now I have Vanish. Which I desperately need, brother. That's good. And I'm gonna sell some of the BOEs I have. Maybe they're worth something. I got this thing. Maybe it's 70 silver only. Okay, it's dog shit. What else do I have? I got nothing. It's all garbage. It is what it is, right? Bro's taking his sweet time crafting. Okay. Let's then put that on our guns. Our guns, bro. There we go. Now we have to fly to Chillwind. I'm hoping for like 10k XP from this turnings. Here we go.
Greetings.
Greetings. It's such a weird time of year, like sometimes I'm freezing to death and now I'm like, it's like super hot even though I'm not heating up, so I'm like in my t-shirt at -2. Balkan jeans. I don't know if you guys ever have this. It's like below 0 outside, but like it's too hot for you. Maybe I have menopause. Isn't that what women get at some stage? Alright, here we go. Give me 10k XP.
You need something?
Okay, that gave me 4k. What do you have, brother?
Hello. See you later. Have a good
6.5. Alright,
See
what
you
now?
later.
Turn in the mic of the Lightbringer. Like I said, the guy's not here. I'm gonna ask for somebody to invite me to another layer. Hello, guild. Hey, can someone Invite me to another layer. That would be so nice. So I can turn in. He's here, but he never spawns, bro. Oh. Still not here. Hold on, it didn't work. Okay. It is what it is. Alright, please, invite, bro. Oh, if I could turn that quest, that would be so nice for me, man. He's not inviting. There, Zeddy. Oh, it didn't work. Rip. He's not on any layer. He's not on any layer. Thank you, though. Nice guild. Alright. We'll deal with this later. Accept mission accomplished. Let's go with that then.
For you.
Oh, what is this? Valiant short sword, more like Valiant dog sword, and Interpret dog shit sword. Oh, what is this? 25 spirit, I'll take it. Wait, I can choose my reward? Okay, let's... I mean, this is 3 gold, 62, we're gonna get that, we can just sell it, right?
See you later.
Oh, 13k XP? Holy shit, okay.
For the Alliance.
I take it back, bro. What now? Talk to Marlene Redpat. Okay, let's talk to her. Where is this bitch? Here. Let's go there. I'm at 43 XP, 43%. 43 XP. I'm happy with 43%, brother. I'm so like at the mark of the Lightbringer. It's never there, bro. Never. It's so annoying. Here we go. She's upstairs. Must be. Oh, hello. She's walking? Right, what now? I clicked the monument of her husband. Yeah, okay. I got you, bro. What is this inside here, bro? Oh, that's spooky as hell, bro. Look at that. She's burying her skeletons in her closet. This is what Lakari should have done instead of having his Gunnar stuff on his main PC. Hopefully didn't go too far with that one. I'm gonna have to kill this mob, I think. Can't sap him. I could blind him and then loot this. Yeah, let's do that. Then I'm just gonna vanish and get out of combat. Professional rogue, boys. Wait, what now? Talk to Chromie. Oh, I don't want to talk to that fucking midget. But we have to do it. Fine, I'll talk to the midgets. I'll do it. Wow, somebody cleared the entire main square. That's crazy. Look at this. It's this Giga Chad. Absolute Chad. I don't know why he did this. Is this a quest? He cleared everything, bro. Absolute giga, Chad. Right, here we are. He's on level 55, I feel bad. What about you? You're 58? Why don't you help him, man? Okay, where's Chromie? She's in here. I remember now it's gonna be a quest. Do something with some sand and then go to the main hall, like the town hall of Ardenhall. And I think it's finished. Hello. This is 1 gold. Yeah, let's just take that then. This is more gold. Okay, let's get that. Ooh, it's a lot of XP. Ooh, I love to see that shit. So what now? Open small lock boxes. I got you. I'm perfect class to do that as well. How many of them? 5. I need the watches. 5 watches. Got you. There's 1. One watch. Is it a Rolex? Or is it some Casio cheap shit? It's a Rolex. Of course, people in Underhall are rich. I mean, look at this region. All the snobs lived here. This is why Arthas took them out. But he didn't take the watches. He took everything except the watches. That he didn't. He was like, you know, I don't have to track time. It's time to die. Does I have one here? No? I got luck having some upstairs there, so let me check here. Let's see. No, wow. Oh, there's one. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, wait. What is a Horde Druid doing here? That's Horde Feral Druid. That's their real form. I'm gonna have to take this guy out. There we go. Don't cast that, brother. Or that. Just don't cast anything, just die. Trust me. It's easier for you that way. Hey, my 3rd Rolex. I'm stacking Rolexes. Tuk. This should work. I just dodged that fucking gang party here. Look at this. Hopefully they didn't see me. No way he sees me, right? How the fuck does he see me, man? He's aiming at me. Okay, he's... You're the wall hacking, okay? One more Rolex. I think, yeah, 4 out of 5. One more. Ah, there. I see it blinking. I see the blink. I'll zap that guy if I have to. Perception, any rogues here? No, this is mine. It's my Rolex. Yo, Frost, I cannot see chat, no. What the fuck? Frost, I see now the activity. Frost, thank you for the super chat. Big super chat from Frost. I do not see chat. That's a fucking very good... Bro, then it's something's cooked on my end. I'm gonna drop the stream and I'll be right back, guys, okay? I hate doing this, but it seems my chat's cooked, which is weird. Because it works on my end.